And what's up, y'all? This is JPT 3000. I'm here with
Luke.
Luke, man. Appreciate that, man. Thank you for your time, bro. And
No problem.
man, how did you get into the oil field?
Well, actually, I got two brothers that work for the company I work for. I got one brother that's still working for the company I'm working for. Been here about 10 years. He's actually the longest working American in my company. Another brother came here, worked here for about 3.5 years. He's not here no more, but he got to be a supervisor. He was a good hand.
Yeah.
And, you know, they're a lot older than I am, age-wise, but they always came home with nice stuff. You know, they always had a good reputation for the kind of work that they did because they were good workers, and I wanted to come home with nice stuff too and just keep doing what they were doing.
Well, man, what do you like about the oil field so far?
There's a lot to learn.
Yeah.
It's something else. It's nothing like what I thought it would be. It has a time when it's really fun.
Yeah. Sometimes
Sometimes you got to be on the ball though. You can't mess up. I kind of like working under pressure sometimes. It makes me feel like I'm actually, working.
Yeah.
Feels good. There's a lot to learn, which is, like I said earlier, it's something else. I kind of like the science. I liked science in high school a lot, and there's a lot to go around here with what we're doing with the Earth. That is a lot about science.
Yeah.
And obviously, it pays pretty good.
hey, man, that's the main reason everybody come out here. And, man, what's some advice that you would give to people that are thinking about coming out here to the oil field? You may be watching this, and you may. Okay, let me back up for a minute. With the current situation of the way stuff is going on in the world right now. Hell, I don't even know what to say after that. How do you think things could possibly turn out or go from here forward as far as the oil field goes and the thing with the coronavirus and stuff?
Well, it's kind of a touchy subject. A lot of people are getting laid off with just casual jobs, like working at gas stations, working at Walmart, stuff like that. Not Walmart, but Walmart's open, but you know what I mean. The oil fields, as long as everything's going good, no one's on location, or no one that's been on that location has known to have the coronavirus, we still work. We're still getting good work. We're still getting paid like it's just a normal day. This whole virus going around, it's a good source of money. It always has been, and it hasn't changed since then. And it's still a job that needs to be done.
Yeah.
Regardless of the virus or not. It needs to get done, but you can't have people out here that have been in contact with it and stuff like that. So it's really more not necessarily safety now with all this going on. It's just being really aware and just being cautious because it's a tough time right now. You don't want anybody out here who has ever been in contact like that, but like I said, it's still a job that just needs to be done.
Exactly. It's just like we got an email, and oil field is considered an essential, an essential job. 'Cause when you think about it, we provide all the plastics, the petroleum, the gas, the fuel, the natural gas, all that stuff is produced by what we do out there. So, we're just essential as the police force, as the military force. We're just the energy force. It may sound kind of corny, but hey.
Yeah, it is. Unless people wanted to walk everywhere they would go, or
ain't nobody trying to go back to that, bro.
Yeah, unless everybody wants to walk and start carving bowls out of rocks and shit like that. We need to be doing our jobs still.
Yeah. And I can say, man, I like what I do. I like working in the oil field, and it's more than I ever realized that it would be.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't have any oil field experience when I first came. I just, I had a CDL when I was a truck driver, and there was one opportunity after another. And if you can get your CDL,
Yeah.
Like, even if you don't want to drive trucks, just get it anyway.
It's a good thing to have.
I'm telling you from personal experience, yes, it is. And man, well, man, I don't know nobody that's hiring right now, but can you think of any jobs for like an entry level, people that are looking to get into the oil field?
I mean, right off the bat, it's obviously I had brothers that worked at the company I am. I'm fullback, so they told me a little bit. They didn't tell me too much. They kind of wanted me to get the experience they did and just start off scratch, which I mean isn't necessarily a bad thing if you want to learn fast. But at the same time, if you want to start off in the oil fields, I'm not gonna say this just because it's what I did, but I don't think flowback's too bad of a part to go right away.
Because the only thing I would say to anybody, if you ain't about that flowback life, don't come bother them and like come work there for a day and quit. Like if you ain't about that flowback life, leave them alone. Same thing. If you ain't about that work over rig life, leave them alone. Don't go work out there for 3-4 days and then quit. Like, man, that's too much work. So keep that stuff in mind. Got anything else you wanna give to the people, or any shout outs, anything?
I'm good for shout outs, but it's definitely a hard job. No matter what you hear, it's a hard job. If you like working hard, you're gonna have fun. You know, it's a lot of manual labor. It does get tough, but it's, you know, build some muscle, get some endurance.
Yeah.
You feel like you're actually earning your money. You know, it's a good job. You're doing an essential job that needs to be done. You feel like you're a really big part of something because the oil industry is just so big.
And not only that, you know, you look at what you do, and then you got that package ad on top of it, and then you got what they're doing down the road. You know, all of that stuff, it goes together, and then you got the drilling process of it, and then you got all of that stuff from the beginning to the end. You know, so you've got room to grow. You've got options and opportunities, and it's just a matter of building that experience and building skills, man. And if you want to stay in the oil field, you always can. But I'm pretty sure as you get more experience over time, you're gonna have opportunities that present themselves to go do something different.
Mm-hmm.
And it may not be something you ever even thought of. Just, hey, you want to try this? Sure.
Yeah, the opportunities open up the more you hear. It's a good thing. The longer you hear, the better. I mean, maybe not mentally. Sometimes there is some mental strain.
Yeah.
You know, being away from people for so long, but a lot of good money. You know, it's a lot of good stuff to learn. Like, if you're really into learning a lot at one time, if you really want to be a part of something a lot bigger than you thought, the oil industry is definitely the place to go.
And you bring up a good point, because one of the guys I work with, he said that he brought up that the oil field is almost like the military itself. You know, just the way it is, the camaraderie, the different parts of it, and where you're from versus here, like what's the usual income?
From where I'm from?
Yeah.
Oh, I am from here.
What?
Yeah.
Like Newtown or Williston?
Oh, around Minot.
Okay. Dude, I like Minot. Minot's alright, bro.
I thought you meant different state, like a lot of these guys that work here around here.
Yeah, because I'm from Mississippi, and it's a totally different ballgame.
What do you mean working from like Williston to here? What's the difference in those places?
No, man, you from here, bro. So you seen all of this, man.
Yeah,
what else do you want to share with the people about North Dakota, man?
Share about North Dakota? I mean, there's a reason why it's the least visited state.
I wasn't gonna say that. I wasn't gonna say that, but you know,
there is a reason to it, but man, there ain't too much drama around here. Actually, not too much goes on. Some people don't like that, but I could definitely say I like that.
Because the only problem I got with North Dakota is the lack of trees.
Yeah,
I need trees, and there are more trees in Newtown, I guess, than. Well, I say there's more trees on the reservation than I guess there are in all the rest of North Dakota.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, and you got the lake and stuff.
And the weather always changes its mind constantly. It's never.
We've had a pretty nice winter this year, bro. This winter's been pretty awesome this year.
It was pretty good. We got to be kind of grateful, you know. We can't be picky about it because it was pretty good compared to what it has been.
Exactly. Because I was kind of worried, like, man, this winter's gonna suck, man. This winter's gonna suck, man. And it turned out all right. It got cold a little bit, but you know it turned out all right. So, but man, you want to say peace or give any shouts out to anybody, or say goodbye, or however you want to do it?
I'll say, you know, thanks for watching. Not really much I can say besides what I already said, but I'll give a shout out to my friends Jesse and Zach. I'm sure I'll tell them about this video. Other than that, I think that's about it. Thanks for asking me these questions. I
appreciate that, man. And plus, the way I look at it, this is something positive, something that could possibly help somebody either now or in the future. If you're ever looking or thinking about getting into the oil field and what's available for you in the oil field when the oil field comes back, not necessarily right at this minute in March 2020. So we'll see how the virus thing works out. we'll see how the thing with OPEC works out, and hopefully, it'll break and the price will come back up. So it's JP TV 3000 once again with
Luke.
Appreciate that, man. Thank you. Peace.
Later.